Last month, Senator Elizabeth Warren put up a billboard in San Francisco, right in the heart of the tech industry, calling to break up big tech. Since then, calls have been intensifying with activists, more politicians, and even shareholders calling for companies such as Alphabet, Facebook, and Apple to be split up. In May, Facebook co-founder Chris Hughes took aim at CEO Mark Zuckerberg with a 6,000-word New York Times op-ed stating, "Mark's power is unprecedented and un-American. It is time to break up Facebook." Hughes left Facebook in 2007 and sold all of his shares in the company in 2012. The Federal Trade Commission is now reviewing competition in the tech industry, including past mergers and acquisitions, and potentially anti-competitive practices. State attorneys are also starting to investigate, with Elizabeth Warren, also a Democratic presidential candidate, leading the probe. She is calling for a breakup of Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook, arguing that they have become so powerful that they are stifling competition and innovation. This week, President Trump has even suggested that the US could benefit from taking in some of the billions of dollars worth of antitrust fines that European regulators have imposed on Google and other technology companies. It's clear that the threat to break up these corporate giants, who are amongst the most valuable companies in the world, is growing. Facebook could be forced to get rid of Instagram and WhatsApp. Amazon could be made to lose Zappos and Whole Foods, whilst Google could be separated from YouTube and Apple forced to split from its App Store. The technology companies themselves will of course fight the proposals, with many calling for additional regulation but denying that they have monopoly power or are unfairly competing against smaller players. Apple's CEO Tim Cook has stated, "I think scrutiny is fair. I think we should be scrutinized. But if you look at any kind of measure about is Apple a monopoly or not, I don't think anybody reasonably is going to come to the conclusion that Apple is a monopoly." Nick Clegg, Facebook's Vice President for Global Affairs and Communications, has defended the company against Chris Hughes' attack, also commenting in the New York Times that what matters is not size, but rather the rights and interests of consumers and our accountability to the governments and legislators who oversee commerce and communications. Google CEO Sundar Pichai has also raised concerns, stating that, "I worry that if you regulate for the sake of regulating, it has a lot of unintended consequences. This doesn't mean you don't scrutinize large companies, but you have to have a balance with the fact that you want big, successful companies as well." Whilst the talk of breaking up big tech does appear to be on the rise, the likelihood of it actually happening still seems to be remote.